6 months into the situation, probably are getting back together. And out of nowhere, this interview comes out.
Alright, so the internet didn't just wake up today. It got thrown into chaos like somebody hit a red button labeled G-Unit meltdown. Because explained to me which why a fight video involving 50 Cent and Young Buck just dropped out of nowhere. Like it was a deleted scene from a reality show nobody was supposed to see. And no, this isn't some old recycled drama either. This isn't a remember when moment. This is fresh, messy, and loud, the kind of footage that instantly turns timelines into war zones and comment sections into we arenas with no referees and way too many opinions, because the second that clip hit, oh, it was over. People weren't even asking questions. They were already picking sides like this was a championship fight. Some screaming 50 did what he had to do. Others yelling, nah, Buck wasn't backing down. And the rest? Just sitting there replaying the video like it's the Zapruder film, trying to catch every second of what actually went down. But here's the thing that has everybody spiraling. Because this isn't just about a fight. This is years of tension. History, loyalty, betrayal, and unresolved drama bubbling up and finally exploding on camera. And the way it surfaced? Messy, unexpected. Almost like somebody wanted this to leak at the perfect moment just to shake everything up. Now suddenly, old interviews are being pulled up. Past arguments are getting reanalyzed. Fans are connecting. Dots that probably don't even connect, but doesn't matter. Because the narrative is already running wild. And just when you think you understand what happened, the angles start changing. Different clips, different versions, different stories. And now the same people who were confident 5 minutes ago are like, wait, hold on. Is that really what happened? Because if this footage is real, and this is how it went down, then the story we thought we knew about 50 Cent and Young Buck? Now let's rewind this whole situation. Because this didn't just come out of nowhere. This is years of tension bubbling under the surface like a pressure cooker ready to explode. We're talking about a relationship that started as brotherhood, built under the G-Unit empire where loyalty was everything and disrespect was basically a declaration of war. Back then, 50 Cent and Young Buck weren't just collaborators. They were a unit moving like a brand, a movement, almost untouchable, but you already know how these stories go. Because behind all that success, there were cracks. Small at first, barely noticeable. But over time, those cracks turned into full-blown fractures. Disagreements, business tension, personal issues, all of it slowly stacking up until the chemistry that once built hits started turning into something way more complicated. And once that shift happens, there's no going back to how it used to be. Now fast forward, and the relationship isn't just strained, it's history mixed with unresolved energy. Interviews, subtle shots, public statements that feel calm on the surface but hit different if you know the backstory. It's like watching two people pretend everything is fine while the tension is sitting there, loud, waiting for the wrong moment to trigger it, and then that moment arrives because out of nowhere this fight footage leaks. No warning, no build-up. Just boom, dropped on the internet like somebody hit upload and walked away. And instantly everything stops. People aren't scrolling anymore. They're watching, replaying, zooming in, trying to understand what they're even looking at in the clip itself. Oh, it's messy. Not some clean, cinematic fight, nah. This is raw, unfiltered, chaotic energy. Movements that look real, reactions that don't feel staged, tension that jumps straight through the screen. And the moment people realize who's in the video, yeah, that's when the internet officially loses control, because now it's just two people fighting. It's 50 Cent and Young Buck, and that changes everything. Now the reactions start flooding in, and they're immediate. No hesitation. People aren't waiting for context, they're already forming opinions. Some are siding with 50, saying this was bound to happen eventually, like the tension finally reached its breaking point. Others are backing Buck, saying he stood his ground and didn't fold under pressure. And then there's the third group. The Chaos Watchers. The ones who don't care who's right or wrong. They're just here for the drama, replaying the clip like it's entertainment, turning it into memes, slowing it down, adding captions like it's a movie scene, and once that happens, yeah, the situation stops being serious and starts becoming viral content. But here's where things get complicated. Because not all the footage looks the same, different versions start circulating. Slightly different angles, different cuts, different moments emphasized, and now people are confused. Because one version makes it look one way. Another version tells a slightly different story. And suddenly, nobody's completely sure what they're actually seeing. And that doubt? It spreads fast. Now, instead of confidence, you've got questions. What started the fight? Who approached who first? Was this planned or did it just happen in the moment? And the more people ask, the less clear everything becomes. Because for every answer, there's another clip that seems to contradict it. Meanwhile, old history starts getting pulled back into the conversation. People are digging up past interviews. Old clips, moments where things look tense but never fully exploded. And now, with this footage in front of them, they're connecting dots. Like it's some long-running storyline that just reached its climax. Suddenly, everything from the past feels relevant again, and the narrative? It's shifting fast. At first, it's just about the fight. But now it's about the relationship, the history, the build-up. It's about whether this was inevitable, like something that was always going to happen eventually. And the more people talk about it, the more it starts to feel like this wasn't just a random moment. It was the result of everything that came before it. But here's the part that really starts building tension. Because neither 50 nor Buck says anything immediately. No explanation, no denial. No clarification. Just silence. And that silence? Oh, it's loud. Because when something this big drops and the people involved don't respond, the internet doesn't wait, it fills the gap. Theories start forming, speculation starts growing. People start assuming the worst, the most dramatic version of events, because there's nothing there to correct them. Now this is where everything completely spirals out of control. Because the second the footage starts hitting bigger pages, the internet doesn't just react. It explodes. I'm talking about timelines looking like battlefield zones, comment sections turning into shouting matches, and everybody suddenly acting like they were personally involved in the situation. Because let's be real, this isn't just any fight clip. This is 50 Cent and Young Buck. Two names with history, tension, and enough past drama to fuel 10 different storylines. So the moment people realize who's in that video, oh, they're not watching casually anymore. They're invested. Picking sides, defending narratives, arguing like it's their own reputation on the line, and just like that, the sides form. Instantly, Team 50 comes in loud, saying this was overdue, like Buck finally pushed things too far and got checked. They're breaking down body language, analyzing movements, acting like they're fight experts overnight. Then you've got Team Buck, equally loud, saying he didn't back down, didn't fold, and held his ground no matter what the situation looked like. And then there's the third group, the Chaos Committee. These are the ones turning the entire situation into memes faster than the video can even finish buffering. Adding dramatic sound effects, slow motion edits, captions that turn serious moments into comedy. And once that happens, the situation crosses over from drama into full-blown internet entertainment. But here's where things start getting even more confusing. Because new clips keep dropping, longer versions, different angles, lately altered edits. And every single one shifts the narrative just enough to make people question what they thought they saw 5 minutes ago. One version makes it look like 50 was in control. Another shows Buck standing firm. And suddenly, there is no single truth, just multiple versions fighting for attention. Now the internet isn't just reacting. It's debating. Threads are popping up breaking down frame-by-frame analysis like this is some crime documentary. People are pausing videos, zooming in, pointing out details nobody noticed before. And the confidence from earlier? Completely gone. Now it's all confusion mixed with ego, with nobody wanting to admit they might have jumped to conclusions. Meanwhile, influencers? Oh, they jump right back in, and this is where the switch-ups get hilarious. Because the same people who were screaming one narrative earlier are now posting updated takes, acting like they always knew there was more to the story. It's giving reality show confessionals where everyone rewrites their role after seeing how the audience reacted. And of course, the audience notices everything. No, people aren't just arguing about the fight. They're calling out each other. You said this yesterday. Now you switching up? Pick a side and stick to it. And just like that, the drama expands beyond 50 and Buck into everybody involved in the conversation. But let's talk about the energy shift for a second, because what started as hype and shock, it's slowly turning into something heavier. People are starting to realize this isn't just entertainment, this is real tension playing out publicly. And that realization changes how the footage feels. It's no longer just viral, it's uncomfortable. Comfortable. And that's when the bigger questions start creeping in. What actually led to this moment? Was this planned, or did it happen in the heat of the moment? And most importantly, why did this leak now? Because timing. Oh, timing is everything, and the way this dropped feels a little too perfect, a little too sudden, like it wasn't just random. Some people are even suggesting this was intentional, not staged necessarily, but released at the right time to stir up attention, revive old narratives, and put both names back at the center of the conversation. And honestly, that theory starts gaining traction because look at what's happening. Their names are trending again. Old fans are tuning back in. New audiences are discovering the drama like it's a brand new series. And whether people are supporting or criticizing, one thing is clear: everybody is watching. But don't think the debate is slowing down. Oh no, because now the conversation takes another turn. People start bringing up past situations, comparing this moment to previous conflicts, asking whether this is a pattern or a one-time explosion. And the more history gets pulled in, the more layered the story becomes. It's not just about what happened NOW. It's about everything that led up to it, and that's when things get really messy, because now you've got multiple timelines colliding, past, present, and speculation about the future, all happening at once, and trying to make sense of it? Almost impossible. Every answer leads to another question, every explanation opens another debate. And right in the middle of all this, still no clear statement from either side. No confirmation. No denial. Just silence, and that silence? It keeps the chaos alive. Because as long as nobody steps in to clarify, the internet keeps building its own version of the story, and every version a little more dramatic than the last. And just like that, the noise starts to slow down, but the impact? Oh, that sticks around. Like a shadow you can't shake. Because once something like this goes viral, it doesn't just fade away. It reshapes how people see you, how they talk about you, and how every future move gets interpreted. And for 50 Cent and Young Buck? Yeah, this moment just added a whole new layer to their story. Because let's be real, even after all the clips, all the breakdowns, all the debates, nobody fully agrees on what actually happened. Some people are still writing for 50, saying he handled it the way he always does, controlled, calculated, never backing down. Others are standing firm with Buck, saying he didn't fold, didn't retreat, and showed he's not someone you can just push around. And that split? It doesn't go away. It lingers, because once people pick a side, they don't just switch easily. Even when new information comes out, even when the narrative shifts, they stick to their version of the story. Like it's part of their identity. And that means the situation isn't ending with a clear winner. It's ending with two different realities depending on who you ask. Meanwhile, the blogs and pages that push the footage? Oh, they've already moved on to the next headline. No follow-up, no clarification, no accountability. Just on to the next viral moment like this never even needed a conclusion. And the audience? They're starting to notice that pattern more and more, because now people are asking, did we even get the full story? Or did we just react to what we were shown? And that question? It hits different because once you start realizing how much context can be missing from viral clips, it changes how you see everything, not just this situation, but every piece of drama that pops up on your feed. Suddenly, you're not just watching, you're questioning. But here's where things take an unexpected turn, because while it looks like chaos and damage on the surface, underneath, something else is happening. Attention, visibility, momentum. Their names are everywhere again. Old fans are back, new fans are curious, and the conversation isn't slowing down, it's evolving. And in today's world, that matters. Because controversy doesn't just hurt, sometimes it amplifies. Now every move 50 makes, watch closely. Every post from Buck, analyzed instantly. And that kind of attention, it doesn't disappear overnight. It builds, it carries forward. It turns into something bigger than the original moment if it's handled the right way. But that's the catch. If it's handled right, because the same internet that can boost you, it can flip on you just as fast. One wrong move, one bad response, one misinterpreted statement, and suddenly the narrative shifts again. New outrage, new debates, same cycle repeating itself like it never stopped. And that's the reality. Nobody wants to admit this isn't over, because as long as people are still talking, still debating, still watching, The story is still alive. And with no clear resolution, no official explanation, no final word from either side, this situation stays open-ended, ready to be reignited at any moment. All it takes is one more clip, one more post, one more reaction, and boom, we're right back in chaos mode like nothing ever calmed down. But here's the part that really sticks with you, because this wasn't just about a fight. This was about history, ego, loyalty, tension that never fully disappeared. And the fact that it surfaced like this, on camera, unfiltered, in front of the entire internet, that says more than any statement ever could, because sometimes actions speak louder than explanations. And right now, we've got the action, but no explanation. And that leaves the door wide open. So now the real question isn't just what happened, it's what happens next. Because if this was just a moment, now hold up. If you really just watched this entire situation unfold, the leaked footage, the breakdowns, the side switching, the internet going full WWE mode, then yeah, you already know this wasn't just another viral clip. This was a whole storyline with layers, tension, history, and just enough confusion to keep everybody arguing for the next 72 hours straight. So don't just sit there scrolling like you didn't. Just witness chaos in 4K, go ahead and smash that like button like it owes you money, because clearly the timeline can't handle drama calmly, and neither can we. And I know you've got opinions, so drop them in the comments right now. Who really won this situation? Was 50 moving calculated like always, or did Buck stand his ground and flip the narrative? And be honest, did the internet overreact like usual, or did this footage actually expose something deeper we weren't supposed to see? No safe takes either. I want the bold opinions, the messy breakdowns, the I said what I said energy. Because this comment section? Oh, it's about to look like a reunion episode with zero security and unlimited shouting, and honestly, that's exactly how we like it. Make sure you subscribe right now, because if this situation proved anything, it's that these stories don't end, they evolve. One new clip, one new reaction, one unexpected post, and boom, we're right back in the middle of another viral storm before you even catch your breath. So stay locked in, stay loud, and stay ready, because over here at Fame Blueprint, we don't just watch the drama, we break it down, flip the narrative, and keep you ahead of the chaos before it even hits your feed.